Hello dear learners, as you know that we were doing our lesson number 3 of literature, that is Your Leisure by W.H. Davis. Now today we are going to do the literary devices used in the poem, and let's understand the poem through these literary devices. See, literary devices are the helping tools to understand the poem and author's mood there. Literary devices helps to construct the author's meaning there. So let's know more about literary devices used in the poem there. The first one is your rhyme or rhyming words. A pattern of words that contain similar sounds at the end of the line, that are your rhyme or rhyming words. Here in the poem we have cure, steer, pause, cows, pass, grass, daylight, night, glance, dance, can, begin. These are the rhyming words present in your poem there. Next comes your rhyme scheme. Here, rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhymed word at the end of the line in the poem. Okay, as the poem has 2 line stanza, each stanza has different rhyming words. So there will be the rhyme scheme like A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, F, F, A again. Okay, that is your rhyme scheme of the poem Leisure. Next comes your alliteration. Alliteration means it is the repetition of the same consonant sound in the words occurring near one another. Okay, look at the expression there. Stand and stare, time to turn, beneath the boughs, when would we, stream full of stars like sky. So look at all the expression there. In the first we have SS consonant sound repeating and occurring near one another. Next we have TT sound, BB sound in the next we have, WW sound is there. Okay, and the last we have S sound, that is a consonant sound. Okay, and these all are repeating near one another. So such kind of expression will be known as your alliteration there. Next comes your simile. Simile means it is an expression comparing one thing to another directly using the words like or as. Means when we compare the things directly using the word like or as, that kind of expression is known as your simile there. Okay, so look at the expression from the poem, stream full of stars like skies at night. Here, like skies at night is your simile. In the next we have as long as sheep or cows. So here, as long as, the whole expression is known as your simile there. Now the next comes your metaphor. See here, metaphor means it is a comparison of two unlike things without using the words like or as. Means when we compare the things indirectly, that kind of expression will be known as your metaphor. The expression like streams full of stars. Okay, stream referring to your river and full of stars. It is referring to the waves of the water. Okay, present in the river which shimmer under the sunlight and appeared as stars shining there. Okay, so that expression is indirectly compared with the stars. Okay, so that expression will be known as your metaphor there. Now the next comes your personification. When a lifeless object, animals, or ideas are given human qualities and spoken of as if alive, that kind of expression will be known as your personification. Here in the poem, nature has been given the qualities related to your humans. So the expression here we have, turn at beauty's glance, watch her feet how they can dance, smile her eyes begin. So these expressions are showing the human qualities which are referring to the nature here. The next one is here, that is your imagery. Imagery means the words that help us to create mental picture. When we were reading the poem, okay, that time we got some mental picture in our mind. Examples like stand beneath the boughs. When we read this line, we create a picture in my mind or our mind that there's a person standing under the branches of the tree. Okay. Where squirrel hide their nuts in the grass. That also creating a mental picture. Streams. We also creating the mental picture related to the rivers there. So such expression will be known as your imagery there. That are your literary devices related to the poem. I hope you have understood. Practice these expression. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.